Most of you know what real estate is, right? I mean, you're either living in some type of real estate, you go to some type of real estate. So, but we're going to be talking about the process of like buying, owning, managing, renting, and selling properties like for a profit, right? This isn't something I'm not talking about, what you live in, a burr strategy with house hacking. I'm not speaking too much on that, right? We're going to be talking about properties that earn income, right? So I just want to take a couple minutes, right, to just touch a little bit on, you know, just some basic knowledge on real estate. There's a lot of ways to invest your money, right? And there's a lot of ways to uh, leverage other people's money, banks, lenders, and all that. I think the most important thing to invest in not just think, it is yourself. So you taking even time to listen to this video, right, is an investment. Now, when it says a tangible asset, what does that mean? Like something that you can touch, something that you can see physically. So if you live in let's say a 30 unit apartment building, you can see that apartment building. You can touch it. You can go inside you can physically, um, you know, see that it actually generates income every month. It's not something that isn't like up in the air, you know? So, but real estate has a lot. There's a lot of moving parts in real estate. I mean, if somebody's like, yo, I'm in real estate, it's very broad. They could be in commercial, they can be in residential, they can be in industrial, they can be in retail. But when you choose a niche in real estate, right, you can start to get involved in different niches based on what's going on in your life and what you want to do. Some people like to get involved in wholesaling because they like the fact that it's not just like you don't need a lot of money to get into it. You do need cash, you do need some money, but just like any business, you need some money. But it's a great way to scale, right? Wholesaling or, buying properties discounted, you know, is a great way to scale. So if you like business, maybe that's a way. Or maybe you have a full-time job and you love what you do, right? And so now you just want to maybe invest side by side an operator, right? Whether that's in single family, multifamily, commercial, industrial. So the main thing is that if you buy right, when you buy right, it can offer really, really good, steady cash flow, right? And create some long-term financial security. Um, and it's powerful, right? Because not only is it steady cash flow, there's some tax benefits to it. Appreciation, as in like the values will potentially go up, right? And then if you think about like inflation, like what's happening right now with inflation, um, real estate's a great way to hedge that, meaning if inflation's at 4 or 5%, you want your money invested into something that's bringing maybe higher returns, maybe 12, 15, 20% return. So depending on how you buy and all that good stuff. So, it's a powerful, powerful tool to build wealth. Um, yeah, there's different profit centers, as in right here, right? Like these are four different profit centers, cash flow. Like that's their, let's say it's $300 a month every month. Not saying that that's what you're going to get, but let's just say it's $300 a month. Let's say you got 10 of those coming in, right? And the value goes up. So 10 years later, it's worth 200,000 more than maybe, you know, or let's say it's worth $50,000 more, right? And and let's say you only put 20,000 down because you financed it, right? So you leverage, so your money goes a lot longer versus putting the whole 200. Maybe you got a loan for the property, right? And then there's deduction. So if you did some repairs, you can write off the mortgage, you can write off the interest on the mortgage. I mean, talk to a professional, tax accountant about that, but you can write these things off. And like I said, you can hedge. So your percentage goes up big time. And there's different strategies, right? If we're talking about, if you just want to invest into a REIT, right, which is a real estate investment trust, you can invest in that. You don't necessarily have direct ownership of the property. Like this is like a stock almost. And you can do development where you're building and you're kind of improving properties, you're building new. You can do fix and flip or what I would call redevelopment, right? So you can purchase, renovate, and you can sell that for a profit, or you can do some rental properties, right? You can buy and hold. You can hold on to those. You can do 4 units, one property, 24 units. You can do 100 units, so it depends on what you want to go after. You can wholesale, which is, really a fancy word for marketing and sales and getting properties in contract at a fair price and keeping room for another investor to come in and bring value to that property. So, there's a lot of different ways to get into the real estate game, right? And so it's really up to you. So, I would say like your next steps really is to just figure out what your niche is. What do you want to do? If you studied the real estate game and you look at your time and what you got going on, what is it that you truly want to do in the business so that you can focus on that? Because there's a lot of shiny objects even within the real estate business. I mean, you could become a licensed realtor and sell real estate, or you can just be a licensed realtor and sell leases, right? For luxury spaces. Like there's so many ways, probably 200 plus ways to get paid, in the real estate game. But if you would like to have a case study on how we made $53,000 on a rehab, on a fix and flip, just put in the comments below case study, right? Just put in the comments below case study and I'll get that over to you. But yeah, pick your strategy, and you can have all these going on, right? But pick one and get started on that, learn about it, invest in yourself, and take a lot of action.